welcome to the Lifestyles of the Strange and Exotic Random Review. And today I shall be reviewing Street Fighter 2. And here I thought it was like Volume 5, but apparently the American announcer goes Street Fighter 2 V. What that means, I don't know. But this is the collection they're in. And I found this for a couple of bucks at the Will. And this came out in 96, I think. There it is. 1996 Capcom. So you still kind of had like old school, like 80s feel as far as like the animation and I swear to God it's the same announcer for like Transformers that kind of introduces each episode here. And you get 4 discs. 29 half-hour episodes. And of course, well, you get your English version. Now, any anime you pick up, I suggest doing the Japanese with the English subtitles. It just makes more sense and it's taken a lot more seriously. Because the Americans, there's so much cheese to the way the American voice actors are doing the characters. There's just something strange in their inflection. It's you have to watch it to kind of know it, where it's just so cartoony, for lack of a better word. Where it really kind of makes it feel cheap and just silly. It doesn't take the material seriously. Referring to my notes here. The only exception to the rule is Ghost in the Shell. Standalone Complex and Second Gig, and I'm not quite sure if there was a Season 3, maybe called Section 9, where the American voice actors are superb, and Bato at least was from the movie, but they just get it. It's just so much more well done. Most other things, it's like don't even bother with the American end. And I don't know if there's more to it than this. If this might have came in a box set, I don't know. But it seems very complete because it starts kind of with Ryu in Japan, Ken's in San Francisco. Ken wants Ryu to come to San Francisco, and they just sort of start their journey. Now, if anybody knows Street Fighter 2 from like the ancient video game, where you have, Ryu's the Japanese guy who's like the best fighter in the world, or I guess you're supposed to assume that he is, and Ken's like his equal and his best friend, and they go around the world fighting different people. But in the show, there's more to it than that, where they first come across Guile, who's like the American, the airline pilot, who, if you watch the movie Street Fighter 2, there's like a thing between him and Chun-Li that, again, in the American version they screw it up. The Japanese actually has depth. So you meet Guile first. He hands them their own butt, and they're like, well, I guess we don't know everything about martial arts. Well, let's travel the world and learn everything. So that's what this series is kind of based on, and all the characters from the video game, like Dhalsim, Vega, and again, I don't know why, if it's in the same in other anime, but in Street Fighter it just annoys me, where the Japanese, Vega is the bad guy. In America, he's the Spaniard. Balrog is the Spaniard in Japanese, but Vega is the bad guy. And then, nope, Balrog was a boxer, wasn't he? Who the hell was the other one? I don't know, but they mix up the names, and I'm like, why? Why? I don't know, I mean... is it really gonna, Vega thing? I don't know. But yes, this is Ryu, this is Ken, this is Cammy, she's British intelligence. That's, the Chinese dude they meet. He's kind of like a, not quite Jackie Chan type person. Fei Long. That's Balrog, or whatever the hell they call him. Sagat, who is really cool. You only see him for like a few minutes. Just the scene in the first movie between Ryu and Sagat was awesome. That's Guile. That's Dhalsim. that's Vega or Balrog or whatever the hell you want to call him. That's Chun-Li, the coolest badass ever. So, I very much enjoy this game. Having watched and have owned the Street Fighter 2 movie, so I kind of compare this to that. And of course, well, in that you kind of had, there's some humor in it, there's some depth and drama. It was just a very well done show, or at least a movie in that aspect. And this show is so far not really disappointing me, at least as far as like the Japanese version. It's just so hard. It's so Saturday morning cartoonish with the American actors. But being that this is an anime, this is not for the little guy. I think this is, don't know. I would guesstimate at maybe a PG-13. Does that even mean anything anymore? I don't know, but it used to. Because there's animated blood. I mean, these are big ass guys beating the shit out of each other, so you get your, you know, combat blood type of stuff. I mean, this ain't Disney, let's put it that way. It goes Street Fighter 2. From the sinister back alleys of Hong Kong to the muddy banks of the Ganges, through Thailand, Spain, and across lands unknown, martial arts masters Ken and Ryu track down the very best fighters to discover the secret of their fighting skills. And while all that is going on, you keep coming up against Shadow Lu, Shadow Law, which is sort of this like underground criminal organization, and they're slowly like the more well, like every country they come across, they find out just a little bit more, and they go higher and higher and higher up the ladder. So I'll know when the 4th DVD is done if this sort of concludes. Zangief was always funny, so I'm not quite sure. But then it doesn't really say, being that it's the Street Fighter collection, Web links, digitally remastered. And it says 4 DVDs, so I think it's a complete set. So, feel like, no, I don't know if there's a manga for it. Must be. There's a manga for everything. But anime, if you like anime, if you like martial arts, if you like video games, especially the old school ancient video games, it was what Street Fighter versus Capcom was awesome. And when you could put like Vega or Balrog against like Wolverine, because they both kind of have a claw. I was always good with like Cammy. Yeah, this is really cool. And I have a soft spot for Street Fighter, so. And of course I love Chun-Li. I used to wear my hair in Chun-Li buns. So I do highly recommend, for at least us, you know, old school nostalgic grown-ups anyways, Street Fighter 2 collection. And I probably had like a sleeve at one point, but I mean, even for like 96, the art style isn't all that bad. But it's very Japanese, so it's very enjoyable to watch. Just do it in the Japanese. Thank you for watching. Do remember to comment, rate, share, and subscribe. There's always room for one more at the Strange and Exotic. So you can.